Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this out there on the World Wide Web. This is Jeremy Geelan for SYS-CON TV. We are here at Cloud Expo New York, 8th International Cloud Expo. And if you doubted it's international, here we have a proof point. Paulo Rosado, CEO of OutSystems. Thank you for joining us, Paulo.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.
And I say international, of course, because you flew in from...
Lisbon, Europe.
Portugal joins the cloud, but you are making a bit of a name for yourself. So someone who maybe doesn't know about OutSystems, how shall we quickly catch them up?
Well, OutSystems is one of the oldest companies developing a platform as a service software product. We started in 2001, and what we do basically is we automate the full development, management, change, and operation lifecycle of applications using a cloud architecture.
And lest anyone be in any doubt of Paulo's prescience, I'm able to reveal, I'm sure he won't mind, that OutSystems was geared up for the cloud already in 2003. Where were we all in 2003? We weren't yet talking cloud, but you managed to get by. You were too ahead of the game.
We were too ahead of the game. I mean, we've built this believing that the old application service provider model, which we now call the cloud, really, was going to explode in 2003. So we built this product assuming that all the data centers will migrate out and that applications would be built.
It seemed so obvious at the time. But
yeah, exactly. But I mean, it took us, the things didn't go as fast. But what happens now is we emerge as one of the most sophisticated and mature cloud platforms in the world, really.
So maybe it had its advantage because you were there early. Getting there early does always ultimately have an advantage.
It's true. It's true. I mean, if you're resilient enough, you amass customers enough, we now emerge at a level of sophistication that's basically uncommon for the current stage of our competitors. Really.
Well, what would be a good example then? Let's think of give us a customer reference where you're really proud of it and you think, you know what, the rivals could not possibly have dealt with them.
Well, one of the issues that we face is this type of platforms using the cloud, they're really being used to re-platform or to migrate hundreds of applications that have reached the end of life. We have a particular customer in the United States, Autoliv. They are in the process of re-platforming about 900 Lotus Notes applications. They want to move to an infrastructure that they can actually do it first on-premise and then move to the cloud later. And they're doing it with OutSystems at a tremendous rate and speed.
So it's that ability to scale and the ability to engage with customers. You know exactly what it is they need.
Yeah, it's there, and also the productivity that you also get when you get platforms like this that use the cloud model. Really, I mean, the productivity in this type of that we experience in these customers is close to 11 times the typical productivity that you do with traditional development like .NET or Java.
Is that what you saw, Paulo, already back in 2003, just this discrepancy that to you it was an absolute given that this had to change because there was this low-hanging fruit over here, they just had to quickly switch?
In a way it is, but it was actually, our initial idea was we wanted to build a system where change was supposed to be done very cheaply. Where you could not only build but also change the applications, because that's a characteristic of a lot of these applications that you build for the cloud, is that the business is constantly coming up with new change requests, things to do, and traditional development, it's very brittle, it's very solid. After a while, it's almost impossible to change these apps. And so that was our initial model. We just got surprised that we solve a lot of other issues also in the enterprise.
So you were pleased, in a sense. It's law of unintended consequences. We've now got we're in the right place. We got there a little too early, but oh my goodness, there's so many other things that it can do.
Now it's great. I mean, since probably like 1 year when we start having all these companies coming to us and realizing, guys, you guys really are a cloud development, one of the most advanced cloud development platforms out there. how did you guys reach here? We tell our story, and then they realize, oh my God, this is an opportunity. And actually what we see is, because we have so many years ahead and so much maturity, we can see a lot of these newest competitors really trying to gear up towards addressing a lot of the issues that we've already gone through.
So following behind.
They're falling behind.
Well,
yeah.
So long as you keep your lead. If I go to OutSystems.com, where should I go within that? Where would you send me first of all to really get the sense of the company?
I think the first place where you should go is try the apps. We have a bunch of apps that are already built. They can be tried in 1 minute. And then whenever you see an app, just experiment the capacity to change that app, because it's all about change. It's all about you using those particular templates that we have there, those applications, and customize them very quickly to your own needs. Because that's the problem with IT. That's the problem with the application, the enterprise application development.
Well, that's not a bad personal invitation from the CEO, from the top guy. Thank you so much, Paulo Rosado. Go to OutSystems.com, as per Paulo's suggestion, and start your engagement with OutSystems right there, and for free initially.
Yeah, it's for free.
Thanks so much, Paulo, for joining us here in New York, and thank you for watching this out there on the World Wide Web.